Thank you everyone for joining us for today's webinar. Just to get some house cleaning items out of the way, everybody has been muted when they sign in. Board members, I'm unmuting as I can. I would ask board members that you mute on your side. As we're going through the slides and you have a question, please enter your question into the question box or into the chat box. When we get to the end, all the board members will be present. We'll answer your questions. And then also you can use the raise your hand feature once we get to the question and answer section. Then I'll unmute you if you'd like to ask your question in that way. Again, the session's being recorded. We'll post this on the CSOHIMSS website here in the next couple days. All attendees will also receive a copy of the slides. Now, why we've decided to have this meeting. At our board retreat in August, we had our planning session for the coming fiscal year. We had some really exciting initiatives, some really exciting events, and we wanted to share that with our members. We also want to see what we can do to further engage our members. Another item that we need to take care of today is every couple of years we take a look at our agenda, or our agendas. I apologize. We take a look at our bylaws. HIMSS provides us kind of with a standard bylaws document that we can make some modifications to. Well, that standard base document has been slightly modified and we made a few changes to it. Our bylaws require that we offer our members a chance to provide feedback on those bylaws and also for our members to vote on the adoption of that bylaws. And again, at the end, we are going to have a Q&A session. First, we want to make sure everybody has our contact information, all of our members. The CSOHIMSS website is where we share all of our information about upcoming events, both chapter events and HIMSS national events. We have all of the board member contact information out there, information about our sponsors. It's a great resource to learn more about the chapter. If you do have questions, you could direct those questions to either of the two email addresses here. We have both the president email address, csohims.president@himsschapter.org, or the csohims.info@himsschapter.org. Goes to 3 or 4 of our members. If you email either of those, I guarantee you will get a response. We're trying to make more use of social media at both of our events and also to keep our members informed. We use it a lot to advertise our upcoming events, to share about speakers, and also to share about some, health IT initiatives. Please like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/CSOHIMSS. Follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/CSOHIMSS, and join the CSOHIMSS group on LinkedIn. The best way to find this group is just go to LinkedIn, search for CSOHIMSS. You send a request to join the group. One of the board members will make sure that your request is processed. We use our social media to send out reminders about upcoming events, about just kind of general happenings in healthcare IT, and also to receive feedback from our membership. I would like to introduce our board members for this year. Of course, my name is Scott Mash. I'm serving as the president this year. The vice president-elect is Jeff Haas from Premier Health. Our past president is David Kissinger from Sagacious Consulting. Our treasurer is Joanne White, who is the CIO from Wood County Hospital. Our secretary is Russ Hessler from Madison County Hospital. Joyce Miller, the CIO of Ohio Presbyterian Retirement Services, serves as our marketing chair. Our programs chair is Ajay Sharma from Inspirus Consulting. Public Relations Chair is Mr. Mark Harvey with EHR Integration Services. Our Advocacy Chair is Rick Moore with CSG Government Solutions. Communications Chair is Jamie Soar, CIO for Blanchard Valley Health System. Sponsorship Chair is Victor Simha with the Christ Hospital. Membership Chair is Lisa Cannon, who's the Director of Resource Management with the Chartist Group. Scholarship Chair is Dr. Albert Lai from The Ohio State University. Our HIE Liaison is Mr. Ryan Clark from Metasource. We have two members at large, Ben Berniker, the Vice President at Partner Healthcare, and Mr. Tom Bentley, who's the Deputy CIO at the Ohio State Wexner Center. And we have two advisor roles. Those are Gary Ginter, the CIO from Premier Health, and Ms. Christina Moore from G2 Works, and Christina also serves as the president of the West Virginia HIMSS chapter. I personally want to thank all of the board members for the hard work they put in, for their dedication to the chapter and to the members. It takes a lot of work at the board level to make things happen, and they are a great group to work with, and I personally want to thank every one of them. This year, as a means to provide our members with more opportunities to be engaged and to get involved, and also just to kind of help the board members achieve all of the goals and perform all of the tasks that we need to get done this year, we've added a few committees. And I just want to share a little information on those committees. The first committee we added was a programs committee. The programs committee is charged with the planning and all of the work around our events. We have 3 big events this year. We're going to talk about those events here in a little more. But this group and the board members identify the speakers, the facilities, prepare the agenda. There is a ton of work that goes behind the scenes. So our programs committee is made up of Stephanie Coote, Scott Gaines, Marianne Murphy, Anthony Rose, Alex Valancourt, Simon Lin, Amma Botang, and Kelly Ottman, and I apologize if I've mispronounced any names. Our second committee is the sponsorship committee. We couldn't do what we do without our sponsors. We'll talk a little more about our sponsors here shortly. Our sponsorship committee is charged with identifying potential sponsors, following up with them, ensuring that our sponsors receive some benefit from their sponsorship, some recognition, and also to ensure that at our events the sponsors are well taken care of, that they've got their table, that we're meeting their needs at our events. Our sponsorship committee is made up of Loretta Hunt, Granye Mangan, and Bob Burrett. And again, apologize if I've mispronounced any names. Our third and final committee is the membership committee. The membership committee is charged with reaching out to our members, understanding what our members' expectations are, finding out what do the members need from the chapter and how we can provide that, how we can meet that need. Membership committee is led by our membership chair, Lisa Cannon. Sponsorship chair is led by Mr. Victor Simha, our sponsor chair. The programs committee is co-chaired by Ajay Sharma, who's the programs chair, and Rick Moore, who's our advocacy chair. But back to our membership committee. The membership committee is made up of Kapil Bajaj, Donna Evans, Kim Garber, Katrina Tolorenko, Deb Newman, and Arrington Joyner. And thank you to the members of all of these committees for the work that you're doing and the assistance that you're providing to the board. We also see our committees as a means of developing future board members and identifying, those folks that have those leadership qualities that are needed to be on the board. And again, thank you to all of them. Now, we mentioned our sponsors briefly in the sponsorship. The sponsorship chair, Victor Simha, and our committee. Again, we could not provide these events at a reasonable cost without our sponsors. They are central to what we do, and so I personally want to thank all of our sponsors. We have 3 levels of 4 levels of sponsorship. We'll go into that more. But first, I want to thank our current sponsors. Our premier level sponsors are EHR Integration Services. EHR Integration Services offers EHR interface development, reporting assistance and tools, and some bolt-on applications for a number of different EHRs. Expedient, they provide cloud computing and data center services and a wide array of infrastructure-focused managed services. Another one of our premier level sponsors is Logicalis. They offer integrated IT solutions and managed services ranging from data centers, networking, mobility, and more. Another premier level sponsor, Sagacious Consulting. Sagacious offers Epic consultants and services for the entire Epic toolset and were awarded Best in Class in 2013. Another one of our premier level sponsors is Allego Health. They're one of the nation's premier full-service healthcare IT and EMR consulting vendors, and they offer everything from implementation support services, staff augmentation, imaging services, and much more. Another premier level sponsor is AHEAD. AHEAD helps innovate healthcare IT by delivering enterprise service management, cloud infrastructure, and mobility services. Our newest premier level sponsor is CoverMyMeds. They offer automated medication prior authorization process services, saving healthcare providers valuable time and ensuring that patients receive their medications. They are the first and only all-drug, all-payer prior authorization solution. Our elite level sponsors are MetaSource, who offers healthcare IT consulting resources, Obix Perinatal Data Systems. They offer prenatal software and related solutions and services. Tech Systems is another one of our elite level sponsors. They provide healthcare IT staffing, talent management, and services. Information Builders, another elite level sponsor. They are a leader in enterprise business intelligence, integration, and data integrity software. Another elite level sponsor is Blue Orange Compliance. They provide privacy and security services, specializing in the meaningful use required security review. Another elite level sponsor is Availity. They are a healthcare clearinghouse and revenue cycle solution. And a partner level sponsor is Time Warner Business Class. And we are always looking for additional sponsors. Again, the more sponsors we get, the better product we can provide around our events and the lower costs that we can have for attendance. I want to provide you with a little bit of information about how to become a sponsor. Now, I know many of you on this call work for an organization, but every organization has those vendor partners that they work with, and we would truly appreciate folks assisting us with identifying new sponsors. So if you have a good contact, you have a good vendor that you feel would make a good sponsor for CSOHIMSS, please share that information with us. Again, we have various levels of sponsorship. The first is the premier level sponsor. It's a $2,500 a year cost, but for that we provide you with a vendor table at all three of our events. The sponsor also has 3 free passes for the fall and spring conference. Of course, our advocacy event, which we'll show more about here in a little bit, is a free event. Premier level sponsors are also the only level of sponsor that we invite to our pre-event dinners. Before every one of our events, we have a dinner of board members, special guests, and speakers, and now our premier level sponsors. We just get together and have some fellowship and, just make sure that we're prepared for the following day's event. Of course, with our premier level sponsors do get preferential vendor table placement at our events. We recognize all of our sponsors during the events, and we offer a few more odds and ends as far as benefits to our premier level sponsors. Our elite level sponsors start at $1,000. The elite level sponsors do get a vendor table at both our fall and spring events. The advocacy event is not included in this level of sponsorship. They do receive 2 free passes. They get secondary preferential vendor table placement at our events. And again, we recognize all of our sponsors during all of our events. We also place logos on our chapter website. The partner level sponsor gets a vendor table at either our fall or spring conference, and they also do get 2 free passes to that same conference, and they will have a tertiary table placement at both on our events, and again, we recognize them during events and on our website. Our 4th level of sponsorship is focused solely on our advocacy event. These sponsors will receive a table at the State House atrium. We put their logo on all of the agendas and documentation around the event and put them on our website. We do have a lunch and a reception at our advocacy event, and we do provide our vendors with a few drinks, tickets. We're going to talk a little bit more about advocacy event. Keep that in mind as we go through the events, because it's a very interesting event. It's a lot of fun, and it's free. So it's really a good way to get your feet wet in the event. And when we get to that slide, I'm hoping we can get Rick Moore to share a little more. Again, for my, just a reminder for the board members, as I see you come in or as I get a chance to check, I am unmuting you so that you can join in the conversation, or if there's something you'd like to add on the slide. I would ask, though, that if you're not speaking, that you do mute on your side, just to cut down on the background noise. Okay, let's talk about our events. This is what we are very excited. This is our main, one of our primary focuses is on our events, because we feel it offers, it's a great educational opportunity. It's a great networking opportunity for all of our members, and a great opportunity for us as the board to meet our members and get feedback and interact with you. Our first event we have this year is our fall conference. It's next month, Friday, October 23rd. This conference is focused on population health, and we've titled it "So Long and Thanks for All the Data." And we'll, the folks, the well-read geeks in the group will kind of know where that quote came from. And the registration is live. The agenda is available on the CSOHIMSS website, or it's also available on the Eventbrite link at the bottom of this slide. I will be sending these slides out to everybody. But again, the event will be Friday, October 23rd. Registrations from 8:30 to 9. We'll get started promptly at 9, and we'll get you out the door by 3:30. The event's going to be held at the Mandalay Banquet Center in Dayton. We do try to move our events around so we can provide different organizations the opportunity to host our event. This is a great event. We have speakers from Cerner, Premier Health Partners, the Christ Hospital. We have folks from the Clinical and Business Intelligence from Mercy Health. We have Kettering Health Network. We have IBM Analytics and Explorus. And as always, we are going to close out the day with a leadership panel that will be comprised of Gary Ginter, the CIO from Premier Health, Andy Lehman, the CIO from Kettering Health, and Warren Strauss from the Battelle Health and Analytics. So we have a very, very strong agenda. This is going to be a great event. Our goal is 200 attendees. We're about halfway there. If you haven't registered, please do so as soon as possible. Great event. Looking forward to bringing quite a few folks into Dayton. We do have a few vendor tables left for this event as well. So if you are not currently a vendor but would like a vendor table, let us know quickly, because we've only got 1 or 2 vendor tables left. Board members, any other comments about the fall conference? I will take your silence as a no. The next event is the 9th Annual Ohio Health Information Technology Day. This is scheduled for Wednesday, April 27th of 2016 in the Ohio State House atrium. This is a free event. We expect about 125 attendees. We do partner with OHIMA and a few other organizations. And Mr. Rick Moore, I see you are online. Are you able to provide some additional information about the Advocacy Day?
Sure, Scott. This is Rick. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you fine.
Okay, great. I wasn't sure. Yes, it is the 9th Annual OHIT Day, and it gives all of our members an opportunity to meet at the State House, get familiar with the political process that goes on at the State House. You get a chance to meet with your senator and your representative. Many people don't know who their Ohio senator and their Ohio state representative is, and so it's It's an opportunity to learn who those folks are, and we always have great content, great speakers. It's a great lunch, good opportunity to network, and our sponsors, thank our sponsors for all that they do to keep this event a no-cost event for our members.
Yeah, and Rick has managed this event since I've personally been a member of CSOHIMSS, and every year it's great, and every year he adds a little more. Just to share some information about what we did last year, is we actually had a the Northern Ohio HIMSS runs a sister event to this at the HIMSS Innovation Center, and we had two-way video conferencing. So the folks in Cleveland could hear our speakers, could participate, could ask questions, and then when they had speakers, we could do the same from the State House. It was a great setup, and we just kind of keep stepping it up every year. Mr. Kissinger, I saw that I did mistakenly had you muted. I apologize for that. Was there some information you wanted to share as well? I'll take silence as a no. Again, we do not have our registration site open yet for this event. It will be coming up very soon. Great event. Please plan on attending. Our spring conference, with all of the security and hacking that we've seen going on, we thought it was timely to have a conference focused on cybersecurity and HIPAA privacy security. This event will be Friday, May 20th in 2016. This event will be at the Conference Center at OCLC here in Columbus, up in Dublin. We are seeking speakers for this event. If you are interested in being a speaker or would like to submit a proposal to be a speaker, please reach out to me. We've also got the Call for Speakers form posted on the CSOHIMSS website. This will be the biggest event that we've ever put on. Our goal is to have 300 attendees, 30 vendors, and we will have 3 concurrent sessions during each breakout session. We're considering adding a few other little odds and ends, but this will be our biggest event we've ever done. We're trying to get a good broad range of speakers, not just, we definitely want to talk about the kind of the infrastructure security, but we're hoping to get proposals about mobility, the security around mobility, around the clinical devices and whatnot. So please consider submitting a proposal to be a speaker at this conference. The more speakers we get, the more opportunities we have to select from the strongest speakers, the better event we're going to have. So please, registration's not open for this event yet. Keep an eye on the CSOHIMSS/events website. When the registration's out, of course, we'll be sending out mailers and whatnot, and we'll be posting it to all of our social media. So keep an eye on our social media. Another thing that we've added this year was a Lunch and Learn series. Our goal, one of the goals of CSOHIMSS, is to support the educational endeavors of our members, including those that are either have or are pursuing the CAHIMSS and the CPHIMSS certification. All of our Lunch and Learn webinars will provide CEUs for the CPHIMSS and CAHIMSS program. The Lunch and Learn series will be either the second or third Wednesday of each month from noon to 1. Now, the reason we say second or third is there are a few holidays in there that we bumped the Lunch and Learn series one week, one way or another, just to accommodate the holidays. Keep an eye on our events webpage for more information as we get more speakers. We do have our first 3 speakers and topics identified and registration open for the first 2. Our first Lunch and Learn webinar will be Wednesday, October 14th from noon to 1. The topic will be PQRS reporting. Carol Savandra from HSAG will be serving as the speaker. The registration link is open and active. And again, slides will be going out, and the registration link is active on the CSOHIMSS website. The second Lunch and Learn webinar will be Wednesday, November 18th from noon to 1. The topic or theme will either be the 2015-2017 Meaningful Use Final Rule or Stage 3. Speakers will be Kathy Costello and myself, who work for the Ohio Health Information Partnership. Again, the registration link is open. We're leaning more towards the 2015-2017 Meaningful Use Final Rule, but again, we might go Stage 3. We're kind of keeping our eyes on the market and the activity that's going on in DC right now with the Stage 3 and the 2015 rule. Just so you know, the 2015 rule has not yet been released, which is causing some anxiety, but again, registration link is active. The third Lunch and Learn will be Wednesday, December 16th from noon to 1. The topic or theme will be the Meaningful Use Required Security Review, and it will be presented by Mr. Jim Carroll from the Akron Regional Hospital Association. Registration links not yet active, should be in the next week, so watch out for that. Now we have identified our dates and times, our dates for the remaining Lunch and Learn webinars, but we need speakers. The topic can be any healthcare IT related topic. My opinion is everybody is an expert on something. This is an opportunity to share your expertise. For those that are pursuing the HIMSS Fellow, the Lunch and Learn does count towards your HIMSS Fellow points. One thing we do not want is a vendor sales presentation. Now, it's not to say that vendors can't provide a Lunch and Learn webinar. They most certainly can, serving as an expert in a specific area of healthcare IT. We do prefer that vendors partner with one of their customers, a hospital or a physician group that they've worked with, and again, keep the presentation focused on an educational healthcare IT. But we're very, very open. The speaker, the call for presenters form is available on the CSOHIMSS website. If you're interested in speaking, but you just don't know if your topic's just right or you're just not real confident, call me, email me, let's talk about it. I'm sure you have a story to share that would benefit other CSOHIMSS members. Our goal was to get our members more involved, to provide you with more and more opportunities to participate. So there are many ways that CSOHIMSS members can get involved. There's still room on our committees. If you are interested in programs, membership, sponsorship, any of those committees, please let me know. We'll get you added. We'll get you involved. We really appreciate it when our members reach out to us and say, hey, I'm interested. I have a story to tell at your conference. We love that. We love to see our members. It makes our job easy when we plan events, when we have members seeking for an opportunity to speak. If you're not a seasoned presenter, we'll assign a mentor to work with you. We have several of us on the board present regularly, or we can hook you up with another group. But by all means, if you have any interest in speaking at a conference or at our Lunch and Learn webinar, reach out to us and let us know. If you are a vendor, consider becoming a sponsor. We offer our sponsors a lot of opportunities to connect with our members, whether it be through a vendor table or through an introduction with other members. And we're searching for more and more ways to provide benefit to our sponsors. So, if you're a sponsor, give us your feedback, become a sponsor, get involved. We always encourage others to join CSOHIMSS. Many folks don't realize it, but when you are a member of HIMSS, you can become a member of a chapter at no cost. So if you're a HIMSS member, you don't know if you're a CSOHIMSS member, contact me. I'll check our membership roster or contact Lisa Cannon. And if we find out that you're not a CSOHIMSS member, we'll walk you through on the HIMSS website how to become a CSOHIMSS member. I encourage you to become members of multiple chapters. I myself am a member, of course, of CSOHIMSS, but I'm also a member of the Northern Ohio HIMSS as well. And the best way you can start to get involved is attend an event. Show up, see what we're all about, We get great feedback from all of our conferences, and every time we put on a conference, I can tell you my personal experience is every time we have an event, we are getting stronger and stronger. The speakers are getting better and better. We're coordinating the message much better. Great events. I do understand that some organizations are kind of in a financial bind. It may be difficult to pay the entrance fee for an event. So if that's the case, start with the advocacy event. The advocacy event is very unique. It is much different than our fall and spring conference, but it's a great way to get involved and to meet some of the other members. So now, here's one of the reasons we're here today is to talk about our chapter bylaws. As I kind of shared in the beginning of the presentation, every couple of years we review our bylaws. This year, we've got another little change in that the underlying template or the standard set of bylaws that HIMSS provides to the chapter has changed as well. So we've taken those bylaws, made a few tweaks to them. Our bylaws state that we must present our bylaws to our membership and allow members to provide feedback, to make comments, and then to vote in addition to the board voting as well. So prior to this event, I'd sent out to everybody a link to the bylaws that are on the CSOHIMSS website. There should be a button on your screen for handouts. There are four different handouts in there. One of those is the proposed bylaws. There's a few other little documents there about our events and the call for speakers as well. Now, I'm not going to take you through the entire set of bylaws because they were available to folks prior to the meeting. I would like to point out that in that document, you will see some redlining. And the redlining is either an addition we made to the base bylaw document provided to us by HIMSS, or it's some change to the base bylaw. Really, the only substantive change that we made to the base bylaw is around our additional board positions. In this document, HIMSS they only have the language in there for kind of the big four, big five, the secretary, treasurer, president, vice president. We felt it was important to add a section for each of our board members, which really follows what we've done in previous bylaws. This is the only substantive change that we've made to this bylaws document. Now, once these bylaws are voted on by you, our members, and approved by our board, we then have to send these on to HIMSS for their approval as well. We don't think that's going to be a problem because, again, we're not changing any of the core bylaws. So I will open it up to questions. Are there any questions, comments about our bylaws? If so, if there are any questions, you can, if you want to use the raise your hand feature, or you can enter your question into the question box. David, did I mute you again? I apologize. I don't know how that keeps happening. All right. I see no questions. I see no hands raised. Oh, Mr. Pegba, I'm going to unmute you since you have your hand raised. Do you have a question for Olivia?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
This is Olivier from Narita Memorial. Are the bylaw available online to be downloaded?
Yes, they are available on the CSOHIMSS website. They are also available as a handout within the GoToWebinar functionality right now. If you look under the handout section, you will see the the CSOHIMSS FY16 proposed bylaws document.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Olivia, I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. Any other questions? All right. I'm going to assume no other questions. See no other ones answered or entered into the question box regarding the bylaws. There are a few questions which we'll address. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the poll to allow you, the members, to vote on our bylaws. You'll see that you have three options. You can vote in favor of the bylaws as they're presented. You can oppose those bylaws, or you can abstain. We do need our we do need a certain number of members to vote. So please, 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 you know, please vote. I'm going to leave that open for a little bit while we. Oh. Says the poll must be closed to enable screen sharing. So I'm going to wait a few more minutes here and a few more seconds. I see the votes rolling in. Again, please take the time to vote. We do need a certain number of attendees voting to move these through to HIMSS for approval. All right, I'm just going to wait another minute here and we'll close that down and we'll move on. All right. Again, the bylaws, we only really review them, make changes every couple years. Just so happens this year is one of the lucky years that we had to go through the review. All right, it looks like almost everybody has voted. Thank you very much. I am going to close the poll. If you did not have the opportunity to vote, you had some technical difficulty, but you would like to vote, please email me after this webinar and we'll make sure your vote gets counted. There are some other news or other events we want to share a little bit of information on before we open it up for questions and the Q&A period. The first is a reminder that National Health IT Week is coming up. It's October 5th through the 9th, and it's really the celebration of all of you. It's a celebration of the work and the dedication that health IT individuals and professionals put in on a daily basis to support healthcare. We are going to be doing some tweeting, you know, some thank yous and trying to recognize folks for the work they're doing. We are also, there's an advocacy event that HIMSS National puts on in Washington, D.C. that we are sending a contingent to. I know we have David, I'm going to make sure that I've got you unmuted, and if you could just real quick, yep, you are unmuted. If you could you share a little bit of information about the advocacy event in DC? David, if you're there, we can't hear you. Rick, possibly could you share a little bit about that the event in DC?
Sure, Scott. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the advocacy event in DC is a Capitol Hill event, and so we are meeting with HIMSS leadership. There are certain asks that the HIMSS leadership is looking for. We will go to visit our members of Congress, our representative and senator from Ohio, and also we distribute information about our asks and about HIMSS to all of the representatives in the state of Ohio. So it's a great event to come, learn more about advocacy, learn more about policy, HIMSS standpoint, and of course it's a celebration of Health IT Week as well. And we have awards that are given to the state representative of the year and a number of other awards that are given out. So it's a great event. We have a period of time to network. There are 2 receptions, one on Wednesday night and one on Thursday night, so opportunities to network, and it's a great visit to Capitol Hill. Highly recommended if members have never gone to experience it at least once.
Rick, thank you very much. David, do you have anything else to add? All right. Hopefully I don't have David. I keep muting David somehow, and I apologize. I don't know how that's happening. All right. Next event we want to share a little information on is our sister organization to the north, Northern Ohio HIMSS, does have a half-day fall conference coming up in November. This is focused on the new value-based reimbursement systems, primarily MACRA. This event will be Thursday, November 5th at Akron Children's Hospital. Registration is live, and we would like to see a CSOHIMSS contingent supporting our brothers at Northern Ohio HIMSS as well. And of course, we can't forget the big one, HIMSS 16, which will be in wonderful Las Vegas. This will be February 29th to March 4th. One change to note is that traditionally the HIMSS National Conference has started on, the pre-conference has always kind of been a Sunday, and then it would go for, the real conference would start Monday. That's not the case this year because they're in Vegas and the weekends are wild in Vegas. So what they've done is pre-conference will be Monday and the event will wrap up on, so Tuesday through Thursday will be the actual conference again. February 29th is a Monday, and that is the pre-conference. Registration's open. If you haven't booked a hotel by now, good luck. You better get on today and get that hotel booked. Get registered. If you've not been to a HIMSS conference, HIMSS National Conference, this is something you have to do at least once in your life. My recommendation is, number 1, bring comfortable shoes. You will walk. It's amazing, the vendors, the educational sessions that are put on. I can't say enough about these events. My goal is to not miss one. Our board members are very active at the HIMSS National Conference. We are hosting a luncheon. This is an event, actually, I forgot to put on the event slide, but we are partnering with Northern Ohio HIMSS to put on an all-Ohio luncheon that will be free to all CSOHIMSS and Northern Ohio HIMSS members. We don't have our date yet tied down for that, but our goal is to do a luncheon there. We'll share information with our membership as we approach the actual event. So that is our presentation to you. We're open now to any questions, any comments, any feedback from you, our members. If you have a question and you just want to kind of ask it in the question box, that's fine. Please do so. And I'll read those questions and we'll give you an answer. Right now, if you would like to ask your question, raise your hand and I'll unmute you and provide you with that opportunity. We do got one question that says, are you still looking for committee volunteers? How are these opportunities usually communicated? Yes, we are still looking for committee volunteers. The way that we've communicated these in the past is we utilize constant contact very heavily. We try to, as we approach an event, we probably send out a constant contact mailing about every week. Between, when we get further away from our events, it's probably less frequent, once every other week, maybe once every 3 weeks. We do put all of the information about these opportunities within that newsletter. Generally, those constant contact messages, they can get quite long because we focus on, at the top will always be the upcoming event, and then it's kind of everything else down below. With the committee members, we sent out several mailings shortly after our board retreat in August, seeking volunteers. We had didn't have a lot of folks come back, but by all means, Victoria, if you are interested in volunteering for one of those committees, please email the csohio.info or csohio.president email address, or any of the board members that are noted on the board member slide, and we'll hook you up. So, do we have any questions, comments? We would love to get your feedback, you the members' feedback. Board members, you guys are all unmuted. Oh, do any of the board members have anything to add? Any questions to ask? You guys are all very quiet. Well, I hope that you found some value in this webinar. Again, the intent of this webinar was to share with you, our members, our goals, some information about the CSOHIMSS chapter. If by chance that you are not a CSOHIMSS member and did attend this session but are interested in becoming a member, reach out to us. We'll help you get signed up. We'll help you out. Keep an eye on our website. Keep an eye on our social media sites. Today marks the last day for our scholarship application, so very soon, probably we will be announcing our scholarship winners at the October event. Thank you to those who took the time to apply for a scholarship. For those who weren't aware that we gave scholarships, we do give 2 scholarships every year. Keep an eye on our website. That's where we post all of our information about our scholarships. Dr. Albert Lai is our scholarship chair. He can provide some more information, so if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to him. Lisa Cannon, you had your hand up. Did you have a question? You're unmuted.
Hey, Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Scott. Thanks so much. I just wanted to put out a little PR for the membership committee. Given our first meeting is this coming Friday, October 2nd, I would welcome anyone who would like to get involved with the membership initiatives that Scott outlined earlier in the presentation. If you want to email me, my email is in the PowerPoint, and I'll be happy to forward the call information to you. Again, it's this Friday. Will be our first meeting, and it's at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I can send the WebEx information to anyone interested. Thanks, Scott.
Hey, thank you, Lisa. Well, again, thank you all for attending. We are very excited about our upcoming events, very excited about being able to interact with our chapter members. If you have some feedback on topics that you'd like to see addressed at future conferences, or what other types of educational opportunities or events, resources that you would like to see offered by the CSOHIMSS chapter, or if you just have a general suggestion, a way that we can improve the chapter, please send me an email. Please provide us with that feedback. It is critical for us to continue to improve, to get your feedback, and to find opportunities to get our membership more engaged. Thank you very much. You will receive a corrected copy of these slides shortly after the presentation ends. I'm hoping to get those sent out by the end of the business day tomorrow. We'll also be posting these to the CSOHIMSS website, as well as the recording of the session. Again, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you at a future CSOHIMSS event.